Paul, I think there was some quantum physics happening in my household last night.
Okay.
So
What happened?
you are aware of how big my dog is, right? He's like,
Well, yeah, I was gonna say not big is how I
yeah,
would say.
maximum tip of the
Hmm.
ears, maybe 18 inches off the ground with the wind
The
blowing up
size
in
of
the
my dog's head, in other words.
Yes, yes. And so yesterday, my daughter was eating dinner, and her food was on the table, which is a
Hmm.
good like 4.5, 5 feet, whatever normal dinner size table. She was sitting there,
Yep. Yep.
and she was taking a while to eat. So I got up to I was doing the dishes. Dishes around something or whatever. And I hear her screaming, and then the dog running. And I don't know how it happened, Paul, but somehow my dog ate a chicken nugget.
Like, oh yeah. As they observed in Jurassic Park, life
Hmm.
will find a way.
Yeah, and my daughter tells me that she didn't think she dropped one. And
Uh,
so we don't know how the dog got onto the table, who's 18 inches off the ground and cannot actually get up on the
I
table.
mean, I think it's more likely that your daughter dropped one, right?
Yeah, she didn't want to own up to it. It was fine.
Than a Herculean feat
Yeah.
on behalf of the dog. My dog can take food off of a table. It can take food off of our counter. I might have
Hmm.
told you the story about the time my wife had chicken in it's like a milk kind of a thing. She was going to bread it
Hmm.
or something.
Hmm.
These gigantic chemical infused chicken breasts that you get at the
Hmm.
supermarket. Doug grabbed one of those things right out of the bowl and was going to town on it on the floor. Like, just when the thing stands up, it's as tall as I am. There is nothing safe from this animal.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I think your daughter dropped it.
I think she did too. I think she did. So anyway, so my dog got to eat
A nugget.
free.
Yeah, but now it's had human food. It's
Yeah.
never going to be the same.
No, we've done a good job of him not having that. I mean,
Yeah.
he's at the point where we can drop food on the ground and like he doesn't sprint towards it.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I don't know if that's still going to be the case much longer because my daughter is, well, much like you, who spilled coffee on himself right before this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yep.
Yep.
I couldn't let that one slide.
It's still in danger of spilling this this blood. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Well, I guess we could find out if your Note 10 is coffee proof.
yeah. It's
So
actually I wonder. So interestingly, let's see if
I
this
didn't
will.
actually mean to dunk it, but
Yeah. No, I mean it's kind of I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see in the reflex. See how it does that kind of cool shimmer
it looks like
effect.
a Ferrari you would see in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Yeah, you can also actually see pretty clearly in that the
Hmm.
fingerprints that are all on it.
It's also an identity thief's best friend, potentially, there.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah. Oh well.
So how is it? I mean,
It's beautiful. I am sending it back. um,
did it take long?
well, I so the way I understood this, I'm not very good with things like math
Oh,
and
God.
numbers, but
Go on.
I thought the regular size Note would be as big as any phone,
Hmm.
and that the Note Plus was just humongous and would be bigger than any phone.
Yeah.
And actually, and I could probably demonstrate this. Let me see if I can find. Well, maybe this isn't a great example because all my phones have cases, so it's going to be a little. Well, that's a terrible example, but like this is the Huawei P30 Pro, right? And so now, granted, it is in a case, but you can see like it's much thinner, and
Hmm.
it is much thinner even outside the case, but it's also shorter,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't think of this as a humongous phone.
Hmm.
I think of it as a phone, like the Pixel 3A in this case. Again, much thinner. It's in a case, yes, but it's still
Yeah.
much thinner. It's also,
Hmm.
you know, so it's like it's smaller than every phone I have, every modern new phone. So that was like my very first reaction. I was like, geez, that looks small.
Hmm.
And so, which is the reaction most we're looking for. But the sorry, but
This is
it's gorgeous. I mean, it's
yeah.
gorgeous, and it's like you can see it's really really thin. It's got the oops, sorry. Yeah, it's hard to see in the light.
Hmm.
Well, anyway, it's very thin. It's very light. I like the pinhole camera thing. Again, you can't really, it's kind of hard to get you to see it, but there it is, sort of. I like I like the UI. I'm not like a big fan of UI customization on behalf of hardware makers, but honestly, the shape of they've had this kind of squirkly shape for a while now, but just a look of the icons, the language they're using, I guess. It's a nice, it's a really nice UI. So I like, I've already ordered its replacement.
Okay.
There'll be minor improvements to the camera. I don't consider that a huge deal, but that will be nice. Bigger battery, bigger display, obviously. Still doesn't have a headphone jack. It's nice. I honestly, looking back on this, I kind of blew it when I ordered this because you got like $150 worth of credit toward other stuff. And so when I ordered this, I grabbed a case, and I meant to grab 2 cases, and I somehow only ended up with 1. And I ordered a Note Plus case, not a Note, like a Note 10 case. And so I got a case, but it doesn't fit the phone because, obviously it's for the other phone. So when I did this second order today, I paid a little more attention, I guess. And, you can just keep adding stuff to the cart until you can go above the 150. So I actually ordered like, I think I got 2 cases.
Oh, wow.
And I got like one of those Gear Fit things just to see if that's what that's all about. But yeah, I mean, I bought Galaxy Buds recently. I could have gotten those for free. Like I just not a good consumer. So
are the Buds buddy though?
Oh, you haven't seen these, have you?
No.
These are really cool. This is a little, it's like the AirPods, right? So it comes in this cute little case, and it's a wireless charging case, right? So they charge just sitting there. They're bigger than AirPods, but they I can't put them in my ears now, obviously, but they stay in your ear pretty well. The problem I've had with these is I went for a walk yesterday, and it's a pleasant sound. It trills a little sound when you pop them out or pop them in to let you know that it's happening. It knows that it's happening, whatever. That sound kept happening on the left side. Like it happened.
Oh, like it kept
a dozen or more times.
Yeah.
It's like it thought it was being removed. Now, it was not jiggling around. It wasn't moving or anything. It was in any danger of coming out, which I liked, but that's a pretty significant problem. So I'm going to keep trying.
It could get frustrating.
Oh, it was maddening. I mean, I kept, it's like you hear something and you're looking around, and then you realize it's the thing in your ear. And at first I thought it was notifications on the phone. So I turned off that. It kept happening. And then eventually I realized, wait a minute, this is the thing. It thinks it's coming out. I don't know. Lots of good Samsung experiences over the past 24 hours, basically.
Any TVs you want to crap on while we're on the subject?
I'm okay with the TVs. I will say, the family we stayed with, whose home we stayed at this summer, had a Samsung Smart TV, kind of an older generation than the one that you and I have. And one of the really nice things about it, as you know, is you can kind of come up to it with anything and connect to it. So if you have something that does Chromecast, that works fine. Miracast works natively. And obviously it has smart apps and stuff if you want to use those. I don't, but you can, And you have to give them a little credit. It's pretty much universally compatible with everything. I assume like the very latest versions will come with, what's it called, AirPlay support, AirPlay 2, whatever. Like they're just, they just work with everything. It's nice. Yeah. So no, I don't have anything hugely bad to say about Samsung Smart TVs. Just don't sign into your stupid Samsung account on those things.
Yeah, no, this one's not even connected.
Yeah,
no,
to the
internet. It is connected
even.
to the internet. Is it? No. I don't know if it is.
I gets updates occasionally.
Mine has definitely gotten, I don't think, an update in a very, very long time.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it if it's working.
No, I mean, I'd use it as a Miracast display and an Xbox thing to scream at.
Yeah.
When I die, and it's not my fault. I swear it's the latency. I'm not that bad. Not that bad.
I've had a huge problem with that lately, actually, since we're on that topic. Since I moved here, I've been all Wi-Fi, which is a big change. I always had wired connectivity, in my office especially, but throughout the house really. And this house, we didn't wire it. We had spent so much on electrical. It was like I can't do another 10 grand of this stuff. But I'm only, it's through a wall, but it's maybe 8 feet from the router. I have huge latency problems on Xbox. I was literally screaming yesterday, like, and Call of Duty is particularly bad at this. It's the classic Call of Duty problem where you see a guy and you duck behind a wall and then you're dead. And to you died after you got behind the wall. To him, he obviously shot you out in the open. But it's, that's the latency problem. And it happens a lot. And you can get in, depending on who's hosting the match, you never know who it is, but you could have particularly bad latency. You could tell, like, you get into games and you just, where you normally would get someone every time, you're just dying and dying and dying. And you're like, I got to get out of this match because it's controlled by some guy who has got great speed and I don't, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a huge problem. Time to wire the house. I'm going to spend 10 grand so I can play, Call of Duty slightly more efficiently.
Now we're talking. I can help you on that adventure because that's
exactly how you would handle this.
Yes. Well, Paul and I talked, I think it was yesterday or whatever. So we've been flirting with the idea of doing addition. I don't think we're going to do it at least until the market rolls over and I can get somebody cheaper. But one of the things we're considering doing is, well, more than likely our basement doesn't have a sump pump in it.
Right.
So we're more than likely going to be adding a sump pump, which should completely waterproof the basement.
How much does that cost?
We think it's going to be, well, my brother had it done in the spring, maybe last fall, and it was about $5,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not cheap, but basically what they do is they come in and they dig a trench along the inside of your foundation line, and then they turn that into like a weeping trench or weeping pit, and then that all funnels to the sump. The sump kicks it out and makes your basement waterproof. So if water does get in, it goes into that trench and whatever and goes out.
I've always wanted a moat.
It's basically a moat. The thing is that it is incredibly dirty, like when they're doing it, not after. It's fine. The problem being is that where I'm sitting, they would have to dig the moat too. So we're flirting with the idea of just completely finishing our basement once that's done, if we do it. And then I could, play my fantasy IT pro admin networking guru and run all the wiring. That's how that's all tied in.
Sure.
So we'll see. And I actually might finish it myself because I kind of enjoy punishing myself. Well, I did my kitchen, and that was...
How do you feel about wiring my house for Ethernet?
It's not, honestly, that's not hard. That's just, you just need a long drill bit and then patience and a fishing line. Not fishing, but like the metal fishing. I was explaining to the people at home.
Oh, sorry.
Fish. I guess it's called fishing tape. But like finishing this stuff down here wouldn't be too bad. He says this now blindly. I mean, I just got to put studs up on the wall. Once you get the vapor barrier in, then the drywall goes up and that's it. I mean, it's all framed. So
you're making it sound very easy.
It is. And that's what my wife was like. All you got to do is there's a couple existing walls that are like just purely drywall. I've just rip all those out one weekend. Probably rip the asbestos that I think is out in the ceiling. And then it's gutted. Like I could gut this whole basement, I think, in a weekend.
Yikes! You have so much energy.
It's not energy. It's just
no. It is. It is energy.
Ignorance.
The desire to. It's okay. No, but it's like you're just like I could do this. See, I've been defeated so many times. I'm just like I just don't want to do this.
Well, the thing is the thing that's helping me is one. There's no plumbing. Plumbing isn't because the bathroom in this basement is on the other side of this wall, so it's not like I have to do any plumbing. There might be very, very, very minor electrical work. There's already outlets down here. All I got to do is just relocate them, which is easy, and I might not even have to do any wiring. I might just literally just be turning them so that they're and then it's just finishing work. It sounds easy.
It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, there's no tiling. The flooring is easy. The flooring, I might use a little leveling cement, but it's not like our basement's like concave or anything. So it's just, we have a low ceiling, which is the biggest downfall, but whatever.
How low is the ceiling?
I think it's 8 feet.
8 feet, yeah. My previous home, that was our ceilings everywhere in the house. It was 8 feet.
It's just an unfinished basement ceiling. So it's, I don't know. You would drop it down about maybe 4 inches, and then two options are you could just do drywall, or you can do like a drop ceiling, which is like the paneling, which that might be the route just because there's water lines that run through there. And if I ever need them, I don't want to have to cut the drywall to guess, but I don't know. We'll see. It's just kind of fantasizing, if you will.
Yeah. All I fantasize about is getting into a smaller place. you know, with less to fix.
Yeah, well, we don't have that problem here. It's not a large house, but whatever, we're happy in it, so we're not moving.
Yeah. I hate content people. Good for you.
Well, content's a light word. Ask me when
Actually,
they're
I get
doing
you have many dreams about making changes, I suppose.
Yeah,
That's
but it's all, I don't know. Ask me when they're digging the moat in my basement, how content I am.
I assume we'll be able to hear it on the show.
Well, Bob Vila will probably just make an appearance, like as we're doing this.
Sure.
So, anyways, you got anything else for today over there?
I don't know. I got a new Acer Chromebook in as well. I'll probably get that written today.
Okay.
I guess that's about it. Yeah.
Fun.
A lot of hardware now that I'm back, you know?
Well, we're getting into hardware season, right? Summer's always dry, and then
it piles up.
Yep. All right, everybody. That wraps it up for today on this edition of Dig Your Moat Daily, and we'll catch you right back here tomorrow.